Hello everyone, my name is Murali Bashyam. I'm a partner with Bashyam, Spiro & Coates. We handle corporate and family immigration law worldwide, and we're here to provide employers and employees with 5 simple tips on handling H-1B cases in the upcoming H-1B cap season. So let's get started. Tip number 1. If you're an employer that has never filed an H-1B or has not filed one within the last 3 or 4 years, you have to get your Federal Employment Identification Number verified by the Department of Labor before anything else can be done in an H-1B case. Sometimes employers will forget to do this, and the critical aspect of this is you cannot file a labor condition application without first getting the FEIN verified. And since everything is time sensitive, given that every H-1B case has to be filed on March 31st for an April 1st delivery, employers should make sure to get these FEIN verified at their earliest convenience. Step number 2, or tip number 2, I should say, master's degrees and the master's degree cap. For an employee to be counted under the 20,000 extra master's degree or advanced degree cap, the master's or advanced degree must be from a public or nonprofit institution. Also, that institution must be accredited. And one way to find out whether your degree is from an institution that falls under this category is to go to College Navigator, and here's the website link in the next frame, and check and see whether that advanced degree institution qualifies for you to be under that advanced degree cap. If you don't verify the degree and file an H-1B case under the advanced degree cap, it could get kicked back, which means you'll lose out on your opportunity to actually have a case filed this season. Tip number 3, if you're an F1 student who's on OPT and has a valid EAD, and that EAD, let's say it expires on June 15th, if you get an H-1B case filed on April 1st, and if it's selected in the lottery, if there is a lottery this year, then automatically your OPT is going to be extended under the F1 Cap.Gap rules until October 1st, which is great, which means there'll be no discontinuation of your employment authorization until your H-1B is approved and kicks in on October 1st. However, sometimes if you file the H-1B under the regular processing program, given the large volume of H-1B cases that are filed all in April, it could be that the USCIS takes more than 4 or 5 months to actually adjudicate the H-1B under regular processing. What does that mean? If your H-1B is still pending on October 1st and you're under the Cap.Gap, your automatic Cap.Gap employment authorization ends on October 1st, even though you can remain in the United States until the H-1B is adjudicated by the USCIS. So if you're going to potentially fall under the F1 Cap.Gap, we would recommend that you actually premium process your H-1B application so you can get a decision within 15 days and get that taken care of so there's no interruption in employment between your Cap.Gap and October 1st. Tip number 4, make sure that when you file your case that the filing fees are correct and that the checks are signed. We've seen employers make mistakes on these just because they're doing things quickly. They might forget to sign the check or the amount might be wrong, but just double check those checks because that's a critical part of getting an H-1B accepted by the Immigration Service once it has been accepted in the lottery. Tip number 5, when you're filing a case, these are all time-sensitive steps with every H-1B application, including the FEIN verification, filing of the LCA, then filing of the H-1B. The LCA right now takes the Department of Labor about 7 days to certify, so you want to make sure to go ahead and get those LCAs filed early. In case a mistake is made, you need to refile an LCA for any given reason. Also, when you're filing a case, if you've got a foreign degree for an employee, make sure to get those degrees evaluated by a U.S. agency to make sure they're equivalent to a U.S. bachelor's degree. If you do not do that, you're likely to get a request for evidence by the USCIS, which will further delay your case. Those are 5 simple tips we want to provide to everyone. Obviously, there are a lot more, but we hope everyone has a great filing season. We hope your case gets accepted by the Immigration Service. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Our contact information will be on the next slide. Thank you.